Hola y buenas tardes, tercer grado. Hi and good afternoon, third grade. I wanted to share with you today, muy rápido, really quickly, información sobre mañana, el 5 de mayo. Information about tomorrow, May 5th or 5 de mayo. This video clip does a really good job quickly and entertaining, showing you what Cinco de Mayo is about, the history behind it, why we celebrate it, why a certain city in Mexico celebrates Cinco de Mayo, and we have learned about it a little bit increasingly in pre-K, kindergarten, first grade, second grade, and now in third grade. So maybe before I press play here, take a couple seconds and see if you can recall anything about Cinco de Mayo. And as you're watching, see if your guess of what Cinco de Mayo is about, why is it celebrated, the history behind it, see if it matches our información en el video.
Woo! Cinco de Mayo! Yeah! Hi, yeah, do you know why you're celebrating? It's Mexican Independence Day, man! No, that's September 16th. It's the Day of the Dead! Nope, November 2nd. What? Mexican St. Patrick's Day? I don't know. Okay, look, before you fall down, have a seat and let me explain why you're celebrating. Mexico had received loans from Spain, England, and France to fight the United States in the Mexican-American War, which lasted from 1846 to 1848. After the war, Mexico had lost half of its territory and it was broke, but it still needed to repay its loans to Spain, England, and France. In 1861, the president of Mexico, Benito Juarez, declared that Mexico would no longer pay the interest on the loans, which ticked off Spain, England, and France. The leader of France, Napoleon III, convinced Spain and England to join France in a military campaign to get their money back. And in January of 1862, their forces arrived in Mexico. And that's when everyone realized that Napoleon III was kind of a jerk. He didn't want the money. Napoleon III wanted Mexico. His goal was to reestablish France as a colonial power, and he wanted to install a puppet monarchy in Mexico that he could control from Paris. When Spain and England realized what Napoleon III was up to, they quickly settled their debt with Mexico and left France to fight on its own. Napoleon III didn't think that was a problem. The French army was one of the most powerful armies in the world. They should have no problem defeating Mexico. But one of the first battles took place in the spring of 1862 outside the city of Puebla. 8,000 well-armed French soldiers marched against 4,000 ill-equipped Mexicans. Against all odds, the Mexicans won. The date of the battle? May the 5th. Cinco de Mayo, 1862. The victory, however, was short-lived. The French regrouped and totally occupied Mexico 1 year later, but Mexican resistance remained strong, and the Battle of Puebla became a national rallying cry. Finally, after continued Mexican resistance and pressure from the United States, France withdrew in 1867. Benito Juarez was reinstated as president, and Mexico was a free country again. President Juarez declared that the Battle of Cinco de Mayo was to be a national holiday to celebrate Mexican heritage and the victory of the army over the French. There, now that you know, you can go back to celebrating. Woo,
Muy cómico el video, ¿verdad? I thought that video did a great job reviewing the history behind Cinco de Mayo and, of course, reviewing what it actually is about and why we celebrate it here in our country and also in Puebla, where that battle against France and Napoleon's army took place. I do have an article for you that you can also try if you want to after that informational video. It is a short little paragraph or two about Cinco de Mayo, and then right after you read it, you can see if you can answer these preguntas at the bottom. And third grade, that's really all I have for you right now. I will be taking a look later on today and tomorrow at Rakalinga and what you guys have been able to complete with our partes del cuerpo. And later on in the week, we will continue with that study of vocabulario, body parts, partes del cuerpo. And we'll also start to add in some deportes, some sports, and what body parts or partes del cuerpo you use to play those sports. Entonces, espero que todos estén bien. I hope everybody is doing well, and I will see you soon. Nos vemos pronto. Adiós.